What's good, y'all? It's Charles. Before we get into this, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel because we stay on top of everything happening in the streets and the culture. Alright, let's get into it. A lot of people keep asking me the same question. Man, the O Block 6 were convicted a long time ago. Why haven't they been sentenced yet? And that's a fair question. Here's what's really going on. The O Block 6, the alleged killers of FBG Duck, have not been sentenced yet because prosecutors are still building something bigger. The plan is to connect their case to the federal investigation surrounding Lil Durk. Yes, the same case where authorities believe money may have been paid to have FBG Duck killed. That's why everything feels stalled. They're not done yet. They're stacking cases. They're stacking evidence. And once they move, they're going to move all at once. Today, I've got a new update specifically on the O Block 6 and how their situation ties into everything else that's unfolding. This story is far from over. Stay locked in because this case is only getting deeper from here.
The city, I fucking this shit right here. I did this shit for a cipher, but we ain't never do it. Move on from the on with them get back up. If you looking tough, push your shit back, boy. Do from 63rd, couldn't get back up. Knock a boat out.
Hit the like button. Let's get gold on this video. 1,000 likes. These guys were convicted a while ago and they still haven't been sentenced yet. A lot of people think this has something to do with Durk. That's not true. Right after the conviction, they filed motions and appeals to challenge the verdict, especially Moab. They moved fast to contest the case, claiming the trial was crooked, claiming it was unfair. That's why everything is stalled. This isn't delay by accident. This is legal strategy.
I just want to thank the United States government for doing a very good job on making sure that these guys would never hurt another mom or another child again.
A lot of the defense is centered around how this case was built. They're claiming that many of the witnesses didn't even know them, weren't at the crime scene, and had no real connection to the events. According to the defense, the prosecution used anyone they could find, including paid witnesses and even people with personal beef against them. One example often mentioned is an enemy who testified, even though his testimony was related to an entirely different case that had nothing to do with FBG Duck. They're also saying the courts relied on girlfriends and baby mothers to testify, which they argue weakened the credibility. Now, to be clear, this doesn't automatically make them innocent. I'm not here to clear anyone. I'm here to explain why the case is still moving slowly. Most of the defendants were tied to the case through evidence. Cars connected to the murder, messages talking about going to get Duck, people being in the same locations, suspicious behavior on live streams. However, when it comes to Moab, his defense is different. They argue there is no clear video showing his face at the crime scene. There may be footage of a body but not a face. Even O Block cameras did not clearly capture him. He was seen later returning the car, but his lawyers argued that doesn't prove he committed the murder or was even present when it happened. Because of all this, multiple motions and appeals were filed right after the conviction. Federal appeals like this can take anywhere from 12 to 18 months, sometimes even longer. That's one of the main reasons sentencing hasn't happened yet. On top of that, the courts are still backed up from COVID-era delays. All signs point to sentencing likely happening later this year, possibly after related cases are resolved. Moab continues to claim the trial was unfair and that the evidence against him was based on assumptions, not direct proof. I'll keep you updated as more information comes out. If you want real updates, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay locked in.